Say, I can't believe this is happening. Are you sure we should be telling this?
What's up, guys? And welcome to
Lights, Camera, Arrest. I'm Angie.
And I'm John.
So, today we have another serial killer story.
Episode 2.
And this is the Darren Deon Vann case.
Darren Deon Vann. That seems like a wild, crazy guy, eh?
Yeah.
If put it in perspective.
Yeah. So, do you know anything about this?
Nothing.
No.
Not like the first one.
So, this guy was a serial killer between 2013-2014, and he's confirmed that he killed 7 people, but police think that he killed more.
7 people in how long?
At least 7 people in 1 year, from 2013 to 2014.
Damn.
Yeah, and he's mostly known for leaving his victims in abandoned places.
Damn.
Yeah, places where they pretty much won't get found.
Okay.
This happened in Gary, Indiana area within like 2013-2014. Darren was in and out of jail for multiple different things. He would be in jail for sexual assault. He would be in jail for any like type of misconduct.
Okay.
And he was also dishonorably discharged from the Marine Corps back in 1993.
So he was already in trouble, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So mostly the people that pretty much like the people that he preyed on were sex workers that he would find either on the streets or online.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I said before, police think he killed more.
7.
No,
more.
He confirmed to killing 7.
Okay.
So those are the names that he gave. 7 names.
Yeah.
But police feel like
it was more.
It was more because there were more
bodies.
There were more bodies, more missing cases, like more missing people cases that matched what this guy would do, what Darren would do.
Okay.
So we're going to start at the end. So the last victim before he got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
So the last victim before he got arrested was a woman named, I hope I don't butcher this name, but the name is Africa Hardy. And the reason why they caught him with this one was because this incident happened in a motel. So this one was not in an abandoned place, which is why, they found her.
Yeah. So he left her there?
Yeah, so this happened in October of 2014, and Africa was found in the bathroom of the motel, like in the bathtub, strangled. They found that Darren actually strangled her with his bare hands.
Wow.
So this happened in 2014, October 19th. The hotel name was Motel 6.
Okay.
So it was found that Africa was strangled to death with Darren's bare hands.
How old was she? Does it say?
She was 19 years old.
19 years old.
Yeah, she was.
And
just
he was
starting her life.
how old?
He was born in 1971.
At least, I would say
at
40.
Least 40.
Yeah, at least late 40s.
Yeah.
Mid 40s.
Yeah. Can you imagine how hard it is to strangle someone with your hands? It's very hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's easy. I would assume it's easier to do with like a cord.
I've never done it, so
I only know because of like all the shows that I watch, right?
Yeah.
They always mention how like it's so difficult to strangle someone with their bare hands.
Okay.
So for him to strangle her with his bare hands is crazy.
But if you have the time, I don't think it's that hard.
That's true.
Plus, depending on how he used it.
Well, it said hands. So.
Well, you could still hold her. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the hold.
That's true. Africa was like a sex worker, and she would constantly text her partner. So when Africa never responded to texts or calls from her partner, obviously her partner was worrying, right?
Yeah.
And she called the partner, called the police, and gave them the motel name because I guess that's where Africa was staying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then police authorities pulled up surveillance camera footage, and that's how they found Darren, and that's how they found his car.
Okay.
So after that happened, it was easy to find him because they already had him and his car in the surveillance.
And proof, practically, no?
Yeah, because the surveillance showed that Darren was in that same room with her.
Right? Okay, yeah. Were they still, before this happened, were they looking for him? Or no? He just had the record?
He just had the record from what I'm made aware of. Yeah. Before Africa was killed, so before his last victim was killed, there was another victim called Tracy Martin.
Yeah.
Usually, by the time the police actually find the victims, they would be really decomposed. They wouldn't be able to see like who it was or how they got killed. Mm-hmm. But this victim, so Tracy, was also another one that they were able to ID quickly because it wasn't that much after.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Tracy Martin went missing in June of 2014.
Okay.
So it's not sure when she was killed, but it was around that time.
Okay.
She was strangled.
How old was she? Was she the same one?
No, this was another one, and there was no age. So,
okay.
Yeah. We're not sure. Tracy was actually strangled with her own necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And it was still around her neck. Like when they found her, it was the necklace that was used to strangle her was still around her neck.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was found in I guess it was most likely like an abandoned house.
Yeah.
But it was like very cluttered. Like there's a lot of things.
Okay.
And Darren had put her in a closet, which this is the crazy part. Ready?
Yeah.
So the police actually go to search that house before trying to look for Tracy.
Oh wow.
But there was one closet that they missed and they didn't look in, and that was the closet that Tracy was in.
No.
Yeah. The one closet they didn't look.
Why?
Was the one that Tracy was in.
Why would they be there if they're not gonna look everywhere?
Who knows? So the closet was missed and she was in that closet. So they found her. And when Darren was arrested, they asked him, obviously, like, why'd you do it? Mm-hmm. And his response was that he was mad and she was the first person that he ran into.
Wow. Yeah,
so that is why she died, because he was just mad and...
Unbelievable.
That was the first person he saw.
Crazy.
Previous to Tracy and to Africa, there was Christine Williams.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So she was murdered because, and this is according to Darren.
Yeah.
So he said that Christine had owed him $40 worth of crack that he had sold her.
Yeah.
And because she didn't pay him back, he thought that she had left town and wasn't going to pay him.
Wow.
But actually what had happened was she was in jail for a few nights.
Yeah.
So she couldn't pay him, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So once she got out, then Darren hunted her down and killed her, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah. And he put her body in the basement of an abandoned house.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And the police found her in 2014 where she was really badly decomposed. They had to check her teeth records, her dental records, to ID her, to see who she was, because it doesn't say when this incident happened, but they found her in 2014.
Yeah, that dentist must have been like, what is this?
Yeah.
Imagine going to the dentist and having fucked up teeth. Is it because of the teeth, right? Like the whole mouth and stuff like that? Even though she is dead.
Well, maybe she had like some work done that only the specific dentist had done.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they're able to ID it. Usually from what I've seen in cases, they use like, let's say, for example, someone got a crown done. Yeah. And the crown is something that only one specific dentist does.
Oh, okay.
Then they go to that dentist and, they compare everything.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Previous to all of this that happened, we're going back to 2004 to Darren's past. Yeah. So in 2004, Darren spent 90 days in jail because he beat up his girlfriend and he threatened her to blow up the house.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Guys, suggestion. If you're mad in a relationship, just break up. Don't be blowing up people's stuff.
Yeah, but here's the kicker. You're gonna get a kick out of this.
No way.
Darren was married at the time.
What?
So this
to somebody else?
Yeah, so this girlfriend was most likely a mistress.
Ay, Dios mío.
Yeah. The police actually caught him red-handed. So they caught him when he had the gas can. Yeah. Like, like the container where you put gas in.
Yeah.
And a lighter. in his hand outside the house. The police, I guess they were driving by and they saw him.
And they didn't do anything.
They arrested him. He was arrested for 90 days.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. He also sexually assaulted a sex worker in Austin, Texas. And he was in jail for 6 years.
So where did he start? Like,
so he was born in Indiana.
Yeah.
And
then
he was arrested in Indiana. Like, the last time he was arrested was in Indiana. So
okay.
It was mostly in Indiana.
Yeah.
But I guess he traveled
a few states.
Yeah.
Okay. Because usually, don't you get like not permitted if you're in trouble or something like that to travel? Maybe he traveled by car?
It could have been by car or by train.
Maybe.
Yeah. Plus, if it's just assault, I don't think it's as bad. Like, it's most likely like international travel that's more strict. Oh. But within the U.S., it might not be as strict.
Maybe.
So, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So he was arrested and he spent 6 years in jail for sexually assaulting a sex worker in Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
So by right here, for what we know of, he's been arrested how many times? Twice
before the final arrest in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So once Darren was arrested for Africa's murder, he confessed to killing other women.
At the same time that he was arrested the second time, or after, like in the
after in 2014, the final time.
Oh, okay.
So once he was arrested the final time, he confessed to killing 6 other women. He gave them the names. He told them who they were and where they were. So he actually brought them to the victims. So that's how they were able to find the one that was in the closet.
Yeah.
Was because he took them there.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He's like, guys, she was here the whole time. Like, literally.
You guys searched here and...
Are you guys sure you guys are cops? I'm not going to say too much because I don't know who's listening to this podcast. But, just kind of off.
Yeah. He led them to the bodies, but it was more kind of like a scavenger hunt. And it was disturbing, apparently.
So he was having a crack out of it.
He was probably having a crack out of it, yeah.
Guys, we are telling this at night, and I don't know if we should have talked about this. Maybe we should have done this a bit earlier. Now, I don't know.
You're not going to be able to sleep?
Sleep with one eye open, guys.
So, even though Darren told the police about the 7 victims, or the 6, because Africa was confirmed that it was him, even though he confirmed the other 6 victims, and he showed the police where they were, he still pled not guilty in court.
What?
Yeah, so he was like...
He's like, yeah, I killed that one, but no. It was my fault. It was them. I was mad. They did something.
One person owed me $40. One person was just in the way when I was mad. It wasn't my fault. Yeah. This guy is something else, for sure.
For sure.
So the names of the 6 victims besides Africa was Annith Jones, Tira Beatty, Christine Williams, Sonia Billingsley, Tracy Martin, and Tanya Gatlin.
Okay.
Which all of them disappeared in 2014. So it seems like he killed those 6 women in 1 year.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Some guys have hard time talking to one woman or 2. This guy
is killing 6.
Damn.
Yeah. So Darren would, like I said earlier, he would place them in abandoned houses.
Wait. You said 6, but I thought it was 7 that he killed.
He killed 7, but the 6 others besides Africa.
Oh, okay.
So just like any other serial killer, they have like certain patterns, right? Yeah. Like some people go for certain types.
Was he mental? Did you read into anything about him, or was he like, how there's some serial killers where like they know that something's wrong with them?
Yeah.
Know?
Well, from what I've seen, there must have been something there. I don't think someone would kill someone just because they were mad and be normal.
Yeah.
So there must have been something. I don't remember if it was diagnosed or I don't remember if it was brought up, but I think there was. There must have been something there.
Because usually the serial killers that you know of, they know that it was like
they have some type of issue.
They know that they have some type of issue, and that the end game is gonna be either run for the rest of your life, or until they get tired, or
get arrested. Get killed.
Yeah, you die. Either way, you die.
Yeah. So just like any other serial killers that have specific patterns of how they kill someone, the same thing happened with Darren. That's how they were able to connect most of the people with Darren, was because he would strangle them with his bare hands and he would leave them in an abandoned house.
Wow.
And if he didn't strangle them with his bare hands, he would strangle them with
something.
Electric cords or their jewelry. Yeah.
But like, my question is to you: did he ever leave one or two bodies in the same place?
It doesn't seem like it.
He was smart about it.
Yeah. Plus, it also depends on like where he was. If there's an abandoned house nearby, I don't think he would stay in like the same area.
I guess
it would be in the same city.
How would he know though? Like, he would have to do a lot of research.
Well, he grew up there, right? It's Indiana.
But you said some Texas and some.
No, in Texas it was just a sexual assault.
Oh yeah.
And he was in jail over there in Texas.
But he didn't kill it.
No, the murders were in Indiana.
Okay, makes more sense.
Yeah. So, like I said before, even though Darren confessed to killing 7 women, the police believe that he killed more people, more women. There was a person here by the name of Thomas Hargrove who helped the FBI create like a database, so like a file for unsolved murders. Yeah. And there was a number of prostitutes who were killed in that same city of Indiana.
Prostitutes? The other one was prostitutes as well, no?
Yeah.
So
there's a pattern here. There was multiple prostitutes that were killed in that same city in Indiana.
But not by him.
Well, they believe so, but he didn't confess to them like he did the other 7 women. Okay, but these were earlier.
Oh, okay.
Like the 7 women were killed in 2014.
Yeah.
These ones were from like the 1990s to the 2000s.
And they thought that he did it too, back then.
Well, I mean, technically he could have. He would have been in his like 20s.
But he was in the army, wasn't he, back then?
He was dishonorably discharged in 93, so beginning of 1990s.
Oh, so
right. So it could have been him. Yeah. So between the years of 1990 and the 2000s, there was a number of prostitutes that were killed in that area, that city.
Yeah.
And it randomly stopped for several years.
Really?
Yeah. And based on the time frame that the killings stopped was when Darren was in jail in Texas.
Okay, so that's when there was no more killing. There was no more the same patterns, the same not the same victims, but the same
routines same pattern.
And everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
It stopped for the same 6 years that Darren was in jail in Texas, and then they started again in
once
2013
he came back.
when he got out of jail. Yeah. He was married to someone who's 29 years older than him.
Okay.
So he was in his 20s at this time, right?
Yeah.
So he would have been married to someone in his 40s. In their 40s, not in his 40s. In their 40s.
Okay.
She divorced him in 2009.
I have a question. Is he one of the most serial killers, like, popular, or you don't think so?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure there's other more popular ones, like, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, people like that. Yeah, so he would be either lost in his thoughts or mumbling to himself. So that kind of like gives the hint as to maybe, there was something off. At the beginning, when he was doing his like time in jail for sexual assault and stuff, they just thought he was like a low-risk sex offender.
Okay.
So it's some low-risk he became.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he actually spent 5 years in jail in Texas, not the 6.
Okay.
So he was put in jail, so convicted in 2009, and then he got out July of 2013. So once he was released from jail, he was labeled low-risk.
Low-risk.
A low-risk sex offender, because it seems like it only happened once.
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas. So this is the Texas police that labeled him a low-risk sex offender because it happened only once.
Guys, you guys can't judge a book by its cover. Have you not?
Yeah. He would use a page called Backpage, which was like a site that was like popular for sex workers. I don't know if it's still around.
What? So there was a page?
I don't know if it's still around. I haven't gone to look for it, but it's called Backpage, and it was like, I guess it was kind of like a Craigslist for sex workers.
So sex workers, okay. I thought it was for serial killers. I'm like, what?
No, it's like a Craig. Even though serial killers, from what I've seen, a lot of them like to prey on sex workers. So this is like their.
It's like Tinder.
Yeah.
It's like Tinder for them.
Yeah. So that is the page that he used to contact Africa Hardy. So the last victim before he got arrested.
Yeah.
And Africa had placed like personal ads. So I guess this is kind of like, if you're in Canada, it's like a Kijiji, where you post ads. Or I guess like a Craigslist, no? You post ads on Craigslist too.
Yeah, and it's in Canada as well.
Yeah. So it's like a Craigslist where you post personal ads there, I guess, giving your services or offering your services. Darren had his username as Big Boy Appetite, and he used Backpage to contact his victims and lure them out.
Did it work all the time, or was some of them, did they say that not all of them gave them the time and the attention?
Well, from what I've seen, it seems like he only got Africa from there.
Oh, okay.
Like
the other ones were in person.
Yeah, like the one before Africa, that was because he just ran into her, right?
Oh, okay.
The other one before that was because she owed him money. There is a fact here that he worked as a temp for a temp agency. So besides that, I mentioned before, he did work in the Marine Corps. He was a U.S. Marine Corps for less than 2 years. So he was stationed at 4 different Marine bases in the United States, which included Camp Pendleton and Fort Bliss. He received an other than honorable discharge in 1993 for undisclosed reasons. So there was a Marine Corps spokesperson that said about Darren that his premature discharge and rank indicative of the fact that the character of his service is incongruent with the Marine Corps expectation and standards. So basically his personality, his stuff is not
up to standards
with what the Marine Corps needs.
Well, I think in any standards, after what we've just heard, seen, read, and told you guys, talked about, discussed about, it's just, who would?
Yeah. He tried to represent himself in court.
How?
So he didn't want a lawyer. He wanted to be like his own spokesperson.
Okay.
Even though it is allowed for him to represent himself, of course, people do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
But without the help of a professional lawyer, it's not recommended in cases that like include the death penalty. So it seems like they were trying to get the death penalty for Darren, but he still wanted to represent himself, even though in these cases it's not recommended, because obviously the main goal is death.
Okay.
And if you don't have a lawyer that's, a professional and knows what they're talking about, it's gonna be very hard for you not to get the death penalty.
God.
Right?
Yeah.
So in 2015 he declared that he wished to represent himself during his murder trial, but later he changed his mind. I guess once they told him about all of this, he may have changed his mind.
Yeah, most likely.
And he hired an attorney. This actually says it's only in a 10-month period that he killed the 7 women.
Oh, okay.
He told officers that he killed way more in Illinois, so in another state. Court was actually postponed until like 2019. So they gave him life without the possibility of parole.
Okay.
So they didn't go as far as getting him the death sentence.
Yeah.
But he's in jail. He's never getting out.
Okay.
So that is good news.
Of course, especially for those
sex workers.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the case?
Well, I thought it was crazy, to be honest. Yeah, that was just blew my mind. But it did have, it's like, what are we reading here? Like, moments?
Yeah.
Especially the abandoned stuff that he did, like the cockiness of like the cringe of like making it hard for the police to like see the bodies and stuff like that.
That was one for the books, and it is staying in the books.
Yeah. So guys, make sure to follow us on Facebook. The one and only exclusive one where you are going to be seeing this, Lights Camera Arrest.
Yep. On TikTok as Lights Camera Arrests. We're going to be posting short clips here and there.
Yeah, so guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We love you all. Until then,
I'm Angie.
I'm John.
And this is Lights Camera Arrest. See ya.